Hi friends, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be swatching my Pennonia inks. If you remember back, when was it? June, July, I went to St. Louis and I won a bid for 9 Pennonia inks. And these are their most recent launches, so I don't think I've seen much about them. And I know it is 9 colors, so I hope I can get through all of them. I am going to be using my Rasa notebook from Musubi, as well as Irofu paper and Tomoe River paper. I'm going to be doing these two probably off camera, just because I do want to get through them and I don't want to make it a super long video. But then in the end, we will compare them or try to. But all of the names, by the way, of the Pennonia inks are in Hungarian. So I do have their English translations or equivalent. So I will be providing those to you. I did do my squares already. I labeled my boxes. And I think some of these, by the way, are UV reactive. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to test that, but I'll show you the box and hopefully you can check it out. And hopefully you can see that from other people who do ink reviews as well. I'll try to do it here, but we'll see. I can't promise you much, honestly. So I will be using my Kakimori brass dip pen in my Papa J Woodworks nib holder, and I think this is who is this material from? Eel and Anchor, I believe. And then I think I will be using a glass pen for the writing. Is that what I did here? I think so. I may use the same, I don't know, depending on how it goes. I just sometimes feel like I don't have a lot of control, especially with the brass, because it does hold a lot of ink, but it's all right. And then I have a jar here of water. This is what I took to the Urban Sketchers symposium, and I just put a bunch of stickers. This is an old like salsa jar that I was like, I can keep that. We can use it. So let me, ooh, that's tight. Let me get that open so we can clean our nib. And let's get going, friends, because we have a lot to get through. If it's long, it's long. You can just stop it and catch some other time. So this is, and also, please excuse my pronunciation. I did try to study the pronunciation, but it's not like English or Spanish, so I'm sorry. So this is Alkonyat, and the translation is Twilight, and it looks like a little lilac-y purple color. Oh, I hope, yeah. I was like, I hope these don't have wrappers because I don't have time to get through that. Look at that. So let's see, friends. I don't know. Sometimes I kind of wish I had, like, right now I have 9 bottles of ink to get through. I wish I had 9 dip pens just because all the cleaning and back and forth. I don't want to risk contaminating my colors. Like, look at that. Even right now, I just cleaned my pen. There's still some pink on it. Where is this pink from? Maybe I should use like a... It's all right. I mean, it's diluted enough. It's not going to do anything. So I just need to... I need to let go and just do this. So here we go, friends. Wish me luck. So again, this is Alkonyat or Twilight. And I have here a cool little postcard from Job's journal as part of his Patreon. Oop, what happened? Did I not get any? There you go. So this is Twilight. And let me go ahead and swatch my other 2 papers. Oh, let's get to writing. This is gonna be super long for me, not for you. What did I do? Should we just do one color per video? I'm kidding. Alrighty. All right, that was pretty painless, friends. So let me go ahead and write the other ones, and I'll be right back. So here's that one Twilight color so far, friends. I don't know if you can see in the video on camera, but the line in Idoful is just a little bit thicker than the Tomoe River. And the Idoful paper is so cushiony, and actually so is the Rasa paper. I was gonna say Sara. It's not. This is very, very pleasant. Let me clean my little nib. And again, that was Alkonyat or Twilight. So here are the three colors again, friends, just so you can see them kind of right next to each other. Not a whole lot of difference, except this front paper, this is Tomoe River. You do get a little bit more of that lilac color, whereas the other two colors, the other two papers, the Rasa and the Idoful paper, you kind of get that a little bit more of that periwinkle slash like blur pole. Definitely a little bit more blue in those, in my opinion. Like, this is more lilac. But okay, let's carry on. The next color is Hajnal, which is dawn. And again, please excuse my pronunciation, and I promise that's the last time I say it, probably. Ooh, so that looks, sorry I didn't show you the swatch, but it's like a blue color. So that's dawn. I should bring these to my shop. Pennonia's inks are pretty good. So let's see. That's lovely, friends. That's so pretty. Okay, let's do the other. So this is Tomoe River. Oops, never have ink on it. And Idoful paper. What is going on? I don't know if I'm just gonna do a little bit more here because, yeah, there you go. Maybe I should do that here as well. Just so we can get a little bit more of that shading going on. That's pretty, friends. Let me see, is the purple dry? It's as dry as it will be, probably. So let's see. Let me move these up so you can kind of read the papers, the label that I made. That's a beautiful color. It definitely has a little bit of slightly pink shading. You can see like an undertone, not undertone, but like it's subtle hints of pink. That's really pretty. So okay, let's do a little writing sample and we'll be right back. Now I'm going to do the Idoful paper writing sample. And finally, the Tomoe River. All right, friends, let's see if we can do a quick comparison. How should we do that? Okay. Overall, I think, so here, I feel like the Iroful paper is showing a little bit more of that pink. The Tomoe River, I was kind of surprised because I almost felt like it was going to tear because of how much ink I put down. But it's actually not. It's just, visually, that's what it looked like. I'm not sure if I had less ink in my dip pen here with the Iroful paper, but it looks like a thinner line than the Rasa. But I don't know. Let's compare at the end because it feels like it's going to be changing depending on the ink. Okay, friends, the next color that we are doing is Napkelte, which is like a beigey color, and that means sunrise. Look at this also, like the mixture of the twilight and dawn. That's cute. So, okay, sunrise. Interesting. Oh, look at that, friends. Do you see that? It's almost like a very clear. It almost looks like a highlighter yellow here. I'll take. That's fun. It does look a little pale, but I wonder if that's like UV reactive. I need to look them up because I thought it was just like the ones in the black box. Interesting. Okay, so I think my nib is as clean as it will be. I just don't want to contaminate it with any of the blue or the purple. So Napkelte, which means sunrise. Let's do this thing, friends. Are you guys ready? All right. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm not sure if you can appreciate that on camera, but it's definitely more of a highlighter yellow. Let's see on Iroful paper. Wow. It's almost like glowing. And then, oops. Here I am messing up my, okay, I didn't put it in there. And then Tomoe River. That's insane. That is crazy. I just can't believe that. Sorry, friends, I had to take a break, but this looks interesting already. The violet, the blue, and then this highlighter yellow type of thing going on. So let me just write my little samples and we'll be back. Okay, from the angle that I was writing this, it was very, very hard to see. I almost couldn't see what I was writing, but from right above it, you can see it clearly. That's so interesting. I'm gonna have to reach out to Mate and ask him how, what was the concept behind it and how he intended this ink to be used, because maybe it was a highlighter or maybe it isn't, and that's just what I'm thinking. But it's so interesting. Now the Iroful paper, and I'm gonna, it's hard to see, so I almost can't see if I have any ink on my pen, but I think I do. So that's that, friends. It's very visible here on my napkin. Very, very intriguing. I'm gonna have to see if if I expose it to the sun more, because I'm not getting a lot of direct sunlight here, if that does something, but I don't know. Interesting. So okay, let's move on to the next color. And the next color is Napnyugta, which is sunset, and it's this pinkish color. It's got a similar kind of look to that sunrise we just did. So I should actually, you know what, I should shake this a little bit, because there is a little bit of settled color. And all right, let's do the Napnyugta. That looks like a, yeah, it looked like a peachy color, so that's interesting. I don't want bubbles, give me ink, give me juice. Here is, let me move my little card, my little paper. That's pretty. It is a little pale, but let's see what that does, because it's kind of drying a little bit darker. Let's see here. It definitely goes down like much lighter, you know, but then it does darken with a little bit of time. So that was the Udofu. Let's do Tomoe River, and I'm gonna grab a little bit more just because I feel like I'm running out of ink now. So this is Tomoe River. Look at that. Look at the swatch that we did earlier in this one. You can see a little bit more of that orangey peach color. There's almost like two different colors, because on the Tomoe River paper, it's definitely a little bit more yellow, in my opinion. Interesting. So okay, let's do a little bit of writing. That's the Rasa again. So now let's do the Iroful. I may need to start using another writing surface, because now I'm kind of running into my space. But I also want you to be able to see it. So maybe I'll just put the papers in front of me. How can we do this, friends? And this has too many stickers, so I'm going to be kind of writing on that. So, okay, here's my Maruman paper, so we'll do that. Can you guys see? Yes. That is Idoful paper. I'll put that there for you to compare while I do the Tomoe River. Not a bad color, friends. Let's see. These are great little shades. That blue, what was that? Dawn? I think that was Dawn. And I think this is Sunset. Napnyugta. That's Sunset. Yeah, those are pretty cool. And on the Idoful paper, it is a little bit, I don't know, like Tomoe River is definitely a little bit more orangey or a little bit punchier. So there's that. Whatever that means, friends. Oh, and that was in the black box. So I'll do a little bit of research. And whatever information I find, I'll put it in the description. The next color that we are doing is called, that's a difficult one. Kalotaszegi vurus, I think. So, which I think is Kalotaszegi red. Oh, now this is a little bit more secure. And just as I forget if I told you in the beginning, but I won these in an auction at the San Luis Pen Show. That's a really fun red. I want to check that out. Oh, let me just. It doesn't look like there's any pigment on the bottom or any, sediment. So let's check it out. Make sure I get a juicy dip. That's bright and beautiful. Yes. That is doing it for me. I'm just gonna swatch it over here. So this is the Tomoe River. Yes. That's beautiful. Oh my gosh. And then Idoful paper. Wow, this is pretty nice. Okay, let's do a little bit of writing. It's so punchy. That's nice, friends. Okay, and let me do my other writing here. So this is Idoful. And yes, you can see. But it's, I need it closer to me. There you go, that's much better. That's Idoful. On to Tomoe River. Here we go, friends. Yeah, these are cool. And let me see. Yeah, you can see that. I'm gonna move this up. Not a whole lot of change. I feel like the Tomoe River does kind of show a little bit more shading, although the shading is not very different from the actual ink. It's just like the ink pooled a little bit more there. I'm loving what's happening here though. I don't know if you know this, but I love primary colors, so like that blue, yellow, and red story I'm living for. Okay. We have 4 more colors to do. We can do this, friends. We can do this. The next color we have is Kárpátzöld, and that is Carpathian green, I think. Also in a black little box. And interesting. Some of these have the like this little Ziploc bag. And I know, like, I've seen a few of the Pennonia inks that have spilled a little bit onto the label, but nothing major. It's not like over, like, a lot of leaking around. There's a little bit of, like, settled color, so I'm just gonna shake it around a little bit. So again, that's Carpathian green, I think. So let's see, there's a lot of bubbles, but I don't want to get the bubbles. But I also don't want to let the ink settle. So we'll just pop our little bubbles. There you go. That worked out. Yes. Very limey. Tomoe River. And full paper. It's like an apple green type of color. Interesting. Okay, well, let's get to writing. I'm loving the colors. The colors are very, very fun. They're not the usual like purples and blues and teals. Like, you have bright colors, so that's fun. That was Tomoe River. Let's go back to full paper. That is nice, friends. There's something I noticed while I was like getting up close and personal with the page. Uh, and that is that. Oops, I think I just. Yeah, I did it. There is like this beigey, pinkish halo around the green. You can probably see it a little bit better here. It's, yeah, that's kind of cool. Yeah, that's something. It's doing something. So that's fun. We like that. All right, last three colors, friends. We got this. The next color is mess. And how did I? Oh, I went because all of them have numbers. So this is 39. The next ones are 40 and 41. I was like, what is this order that I decided on? So this is Meseszép, and oh, I think that's fairy tale. Fairy tale. I can't even read my own handwriting. It's not bad. No type of sediment, so it looks like a darker green, like more limey. So let's get to it. And as you can see, like the sun is moving, so I'm starting to get more sun on my desk, so that's nice. Let's see, Meseszép. Oh, definitely more limey. Definitely more apple green. Let's see. Can I swatch these two on screen? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So, okay, let me get my little writing sample. I don't think I have anything that reminds me of this color. Perhaps something in the Andrelium lineup, but not anything that I have used before. I don't know if you saw the way I was writing, but I have just washed my hands and I just didn't want to get a lot of that water on the paper. I may move this over a little bit because that way I can show this a little bit more or a little bit better. So let's get with the Full paper, little writing sash. Okay, that's more comfortable. That is Full. Let's get on with Tomoe River. That's really pretty, friends. Let me see, are these dry enough? I think so. Just really quick so we can like, not a whole lot of difference. Again, like I probably have said it a few times, but this Rasa paper is making the lines thicker and I'm kind of enjoying that. And probably like the Tomoe River is the thinnest line, and so it goes Rasa thickest, then Full thick, and then Tomoe River thinnest, I suppose. And I'm not like forcing that, so it's definitely a quality of the paper. And actually, so I'm recording this on Saturday morning, and the San Francisco Pen Show is going on currently, and I asked my friend Jessica if she could pick me up a few notebooks from Musubi because they just launched a new paper called Halus, and it's supposed to be like very artsy, for a lot of like inky exploration and fun. And I think it was only 20 some dollars, so which is crazy good. So I asked her if she could pick me up a few, and I may ask her to pick me up a few more Rasa notebooks because that's really good paper. Okay, so moving on to the last two colors. The next one we're doing is Fenyves, and that is, oof, I really cannot read my handwriting. Something forest, Boreal forest, I think. So, and that's like a hunter, is it hunter green? It's like a darker green for sure. But yeah, it looks like a hunter green. That's pretty. That's gonna look really, really nice. All these fun inks, friends. Pennonia is such a good brand. I should ask if I can carry these in my shop because these are really, really good. Okay, I think I got enough on my little paper. As always, I'm gonna start with the Rasa. Oof, yes. Keep on with Tomoe River. And then Ido Full. Beautiful. That's a very solid color, friends. If you like a darker green, this is beautiful. This is perfect for you. Okay, I'm running out of space here, which is good. This is a good problem to have. It means we're almost done, and this has been really fun. And you know, I was talking earlier about how I wasn't forcing the thicker line, but I just noticed like I'm dipping and going here and then going to another page. So that is actually forcing these to be thinner because I'm using most of the ink here. So what I'm gonna do is dip my ink again, dip my pen here again, and I always try to remove excess ink, otherwise it's just gonna make the line very thick. And then I'm gonna go into this other pages. So this is Tomoe River. And yeah, my theory was correct, friends. Like, I'm not forcing it, and this is still, the Rasa is still thicker. Yep, the theory proves correct again. Because even as I was trying to take off more of the ink, the Irofu was still thicker than Tomoe River, but not as thick as the Rasa. So, point proven for my own sake. I wasn't trying to prove anything, but alrighty, we are down to our very last color, friends. So let's clean our little dip pen. I don't know if you remember me saying, but I like wiping off any excess ink on a paper towel because then I can, this is my water and it's still going strong. If I would have just dunked the dip pen immediately, it would just probably be unusable by now because it would be very, very dark. Because I'm smart like that, friends. Okay, last color that we are doing is Faházikó, and that is I believe it's Treehouse. And it looks like a brownish color. And again, comes in that black box. So could it be UV reactive? Sure. Okay, friends, let's swatch our last little color. That's gonna be pretty. I love me a good brown. Did I get any? I think I did. So let's get to swatching. Oh. So it went down lighter, like a willow kind of color. We'll see if it gets darker with this UV reactive theory that I have going on with these black boxes. That was Tomoe. And finally, Idofo paper. So far, not a huge difference between the first and the last swatch. So we'll see. It's more like a sandy brown. Okay, I'm gonna do one at a time here. So Tomoe River first. I'm gonna dunk a little bit more ink or dunk my pen in there. We are finished swatching our inks, friends. But we haven't talked about this last one, which is what? Treehouse? I will say that in the Rasa paper, it does look like there's a little bit more of like color story going, not color story, but just a little bit of more character coming out of that. As opposed to like the Tomoe River was almost flat-ish, but it's still like a golden brown, toasty brown. And it is nice shading in the writing. Yeah, overall, not bad. I really enjoy this entire, I don't know if it's a collection, but the new launches for sure. The colors are a little bit unexpected, but fun. I think my favorites are the Dawn, Hajnal. I liked the Napkelte just because it's different. I haven't seen anything like it. If anything, it reminds me of the new, the Monteverde, whatchamacallit, the color changing inks. Napnyugta I did like because I don't think I have any color that's like that, like a peachy color. This punchy red is beautiful. The Kalotaszegi vurus, that's very punchy. I also did like the Kárpátzöld because it's got some pink coming through, and it almost reminds me of the Fenyves inks, just slightly. So I'll be curious to see how that performs in like a broad nib. What is this? A broad nib or like a stubby ink pen. And then I like this Fenyves ink because it's nice and dark, and a lot of people do love a dark ink, especially for like professional settings, if they want to stick to a darker color. So that's a fantastic choice. And this is fun too. This I forgot this color, Faházikó. Yeah, I don't think I have anything like that either. I don't think I'm a big fan of, just personally, of the Meseszép, just because I don't know, I just don't use colors like that, but I could. And actually also reminds me of one of the colors from Diamonds, like infant calendars. They had like apple teeny type of thing. So, and there's the Alkonyat, which is actually nice too. There's a lot of good options here, friends. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Like, are there any that you really like or dislike, and why not? And remember, that one is Lucky Cosmos from like a few weeks ago. So, and we'll see if I can take this outside and do a UV reactive kind of test. But if not, I will catch you again later.